Well, I feel that the RealCare Baby system is good because it prepares you for the experience as a parent. You know, it gives you a better feel of what to expect, what you're going to go through, waking up in the middle of the night, having to take care of the child. So it gives you a better feel on what's going on. It lets you know that you're not ready.
There are many lessons you can learn from RealCare Baby, a lifelike experience of caring for a newborn. RealCare Baby is programmed to be very realistic, from cooing and crying to needing to be fed, changed, and handled with loving care. RealCare Baby comes with all the accessories you will need to experience caring for a real infant. Let's look first at Baby. This lifelike baby is not a toy or a doll and should not be treated as one. Its size, weight, and many behaviors are very much like a real infant. Notice that baby's head needs to be held up, just like a real infant's. The difference is that baby's computer keeps track of all the times you don't provide proper support for the head, as well as a lot of other information. Nearly everything you do to meet baby's needs will be recorded in its computer during the simulation experience. At the end, your facilitator can see a full report on how well you met baby's needs. Baby cries when it needs attention, and it has several different cries. The cries start out softly and then get louder if baby is not cared for. All the sounds baby makes, cooing, fussing, crying, coughing, burping, and breathing, are recorded sounds of real infants. Baby comes with 2 diapers, one with a yellow patch and one with a green patch. Sometimes, when baby cries, it means it needs a diaper change. You will also receive a bottle or a breastfeeding device that you can touch to baby's lips when it cries to be fed. Finally, you will have a tamper-proof wristband that holds an ID programmed specifically for your baby. When baby needs attention, you must pick baby up so it can recognize your ID. You will hear a chime. To confirm that baby's computer has recognized you as the parent, only your ID will work with your baby. So only you can provide the care your baby needs. Your baby will not accept anyone else's ID. You will also receive a participant care card that explains all the steps you need to follow to care for baby. Baby's needs are very much like those of a real infant. The schedules programmed into baby are based on diaries that real parents kept about their infants. Each baby has slightly different care schedules, so don't expect your baby to need the same amount of care at the same time as other babies. There are several important safety precautions you should be aware of. They are listed on the back of your participant care card. And on the safety precaution sheet that you and your parent must sign. Be sure to study them carefully. Let's consider some of the care baby needs. Baby's computer will record every second of crying time. Your goal is to respond responsibly to baby's needs. RealCare Baby cries for many reasons. Whenever baby is crying, the first step always is to pick baby up. Place your ID near one of the areas where it can be most easily recognized and listen for the chime. This means baby either needs to be cared for by feeding, rocking, burping, changing its diaper, or has been handled roughly. It's up to you to determine why baby is crying. If you have tried to feed, burp, diaper, and rock baby and it is still crying, either rough handling or head support failure has occurred, or baby is just being fussy. In either case, you must rock baby until the crying stops. You will be able to identify between rough handling and fussing by the loudness of the cries. Rough handling and head support failure cries are much louder than fussy cries. This loud cry is what you would hear if baby is neglected, roughly handled, or if the head is not supported. Baby will cry for about 1 minute if it has been roughly handled or head support failure has occurred. If baby is fussy, it will cry for 3 minutes. You must rock baby until the crying stops. And remember, unlike a real infant, RealCare Baby will report that it was handled roughly, even if it was an accident and not your fault. Earlier, we mentioned that baby needs to be fed, burped, rocked, or changed. Most often, you won't know what type of care baby wants. So after you hear the chime, try each one until you find the one that stops the crying. When baby cries and wants to have its diaper changed, pick baby up, listen for the chime, and then remove the diaper. Replace the diaper with the second diaper you have. When the second diaper is attached, baby coos to signal you have provided proper care. It must have a diaper on at all times. When baby cries and wants to be fed, pick baby up, listen for the chime, and hold the bottle or breastfeeding device to baby's lips. It will stop crying and begin making a feeding sound. If the bottle or breastfeeding device is removed from baby's mouth while it is eating, it will resume crying until it is replaced. Baby must be held while it's fed. If you prop the bottle up, baby cries after a while. When baby's had enough to eat, it coos, signaling the end of feeding. Be sure to support the baby's head during the feeding. Many times after feeding, baby will cry again to be burped. When it cries again, pick baby up and listen for the chime. After the chime, hold baby against your shoulder and pat its back gently between the shoulders. Crying stops, and you'll hear soft whimpering noises. Baby is trying to burp. Baby will burp if you've done a good job. If you pat baby too hard, it may cry because of rough handling. When baby cries because it needs to be rocked, listen for the chime and begin rocking. Baby will stop crying and start to make soft whimpering noises. You will hear it coo at the end, signaling it has received proper care. If you didn't support baby's head properly or handled it roughly during the care, baby will stop feeding or burping, and you will hear the loud cry. Baby needs to be rocked. When the crying ends, the feeding, burping, rocking, or diaper change also ends. If you don't provide proper care within 2 minutes, baby cries harder and a missed care event is recorded in its computer. Baby prefers to lie on its back. Other positions will make it cry after a short time. It then needs to be repositioned, but no ID is required. Baby will also make typical infant sounds when it is awake, such as cooing and coughing. These sounds require no care. Baby will record the internal temperature and report which clothing articles are on baby at any time during the simulation. Remember to keep baby clothed appropriately for conditions. Baby will also report time in the car seat. Make sure to pick up baby and interact with baby frequently, as a parent really must. Keep in mind that baby's care schedule continues around the clock, which requires you to provide care during the night. Baby will wake you up. Any delays at any time, even when you've been sleeping, are recorded and are part of the final data. Real infants need care around the clock, and so does RealCare Baby. If you make the decision one day to become a parent, we hope that the RealCare program will have given you a head start in understanding how to care for an infant